Hey, what's up guys? So I just got back from the salvage yard. If you were following my last video, I replaced the driver's side airbag from the steering wheel, and I was also going to change out the seatbelt because I guess upon impact the seatbelt wasn't working. When I went to go remove it, I found out that cut the sensor. So my airbag light hasn't turned off yet, and I was unable to find that sensor part online, so I had to go back to the salvage yard and I cut it. So hopefully I'm gonna try to install this little sensor right here. I also got a couple of the bolts that were missing. So hopefully this helps you if you're trying to change out your seatbelt as well. Again, I'm not licensed, certified. This is the first time doing it. I haven't seen any videos on it. So hopefully this helps somebody. First one we need is a 5/8. Take this one off. So mine was already loose since I did remove this yesterday. It's gonna be this thick bolt right here. That to the side. Okay, so this bottom one comes off fairly easy. There are two screws right here. I believe they're 10 millimeter. Yeah. Careful with these screws. I dropped them yesterday. Took me forever to find it, but I was able to find it. But I did go pick some up at the salvage yard just in case. Couldn't find it today. All right, now this part, this just feeds right through. You're gonna have a bolt right up here we gotta remove. That's a 9/16. This is the bolt that I lost yesterday. All right. You're gonna have one bolt right up here and another thicker bolt down here. That's the one that wasn't there, so I had to go pick up another one. And then this was the wires that were disconnected, so I'm gonna cut those open and then splice a new one of these yellow wires so I can plug into here. So that's for the airbag sensor. So we're gonna see if it works. So once you get both those bolts off, you can unplug this one right here. Just has the little clip, and there you go. You should be able to remove this. There it goes. So you can hear something rattling in there. They might have broke it or unlocked it in order for it to work. So when I was in that other 4Runner, I did see an airbag impact sensor right here, and I was contemplating taking it, but I didn't do that. Maybe I should have. I'm not sure, but it was bolted in here, and then there was a big plug that went into it. So not sure, but I want to get this one situated. We're gonna replace it, so let me get to it. I want to keep as much length as possible just in case, you know. I couldn't find this part online. I was searching, maybe for a reason since it deals with the airbag. So I got these things stripped. Now I have these connectors. The reason I'm not going to solder these is because I read on some forum saying that soldering could actually throw a code, or you know, cause something to go off with the airbag sensor. So I'm not sure. I'm not going to solder them. Plus I don't have a soldering iron, so I'm not going to go and grab one. Let's see if these are two. You don't twist those together, just line them up next to each other. give it a good pull test. Pretty solid. Do the same thing with these right here. All right. We're gonna go to the pretty tight. Give it a good pull test. All right, those feel pretty solid right there. So let's tape them and then zip tie them. All right, and I'm not no electrical engineer. I don't work on electrical. I don't work on cars. So don't come after me. And if you do, well, too bad. Because I know this is probably going to help somebody out. If you want to do it properly in your vehicle, hey, go for it. Nobody's stopping you. This is what we're doing in mine. I'm not saying I'm an expert. I'm not even saying you should do it this way. I'm just saying this is what I'm doing, and I'm sharing it. Okay, so we're gonna get that together. I got that. Now I got a little zip tie. Put one of these bad boys on. At least zip tie them together. All right, so we got these two. I'm just gonna tack this on. So we got that right there. Everything in reverse order. All right, so we're just gonna tack those two on right now. Make sure I have it in right. Okay, that clip's on. That clip is on, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn the battery back on and let's see, because right now this thing is locked. Oh, actually, it just unlocked without even having the battery, so hey, that's a good thing. Now we gotta feed this one through. So this goes up here. The bolt in. That thing's cranked down. So let's feed this in right here. Now you got to make sure that this piece right here lines back up with this guy. So okay, so I struggled for a little bit, but there's a little red notch that it has to kind of sit in, and then I kind of have it at an angle, so it's loose down here, but I was able to kind of pressure fit it in. I think that's gonna get it in for us. Yeah, I think that's gonna lock it in place. So I'm gonna screw that down. Get this bottom part in place again, and then we'll put it back together. I'm gonna have to tighten these bolts up. So tighten this one. Sensors are in place. Put the 10 millimeters back right here, and then we'll snap the bottom one in place, and then we'll try it out. All right, so got the 10 millimeters in, just pretty snug. I mean, it doesn't have to be all crazy. This one I'm gonna tighten down on quite a bit. And then we have the one way on the bottom we still need to connect. There's that one. Might just tape that so it's a little more secure. I'm gonna kind of tuck that down there. So let me tape it, zip tie it, and then we'll put this last panel on. All right, that's all in. Now we just have, y'all can see it down there. Got one more bolt to go. This one down here. This is a 5/8 for the bottom bolt. All right, that's in there. So that's on. Let me pop these last pieces in. Make sure they go in. All right, this one was pretty easy. That one might give me a little bit of trouble. Let me go on the other side. Yeah, I think it might have already been kind of broken a little. Oh, I think I got it. There it is. Okay. Perfect. So let me just fix this little seal right here. Okay, so we got everything set up. I got the battery back in. Let me see if I can find my key so I can turn this bad boy on. I bought this little sensor right here because I wanted to find out what airbag codes, or what sensors were bad and all that. So I bought this from my local auto parts store. It was like 90 bucks or something, 100 bucks. And this says it reads all kinds of codes, including your SRS. So it didn't read my basic codes. The last time I tried, I had to download an app and everything. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna plug this in. I'm gonna see if I can erase those codes and see if the airbag sensor will go away and if it pops up again. So right now, I mean, horn works, seatbelt, I mean, it's retracting and it's stopping, so that's a good sign. Let's see if I can pull it all the way out. Any issues? Ugh. Let's see, all the way out. All right, a little slow to retract, but it's working. So let me see if I'm gonna pull up those codes and let's see if we can clear it, and if they stay cleared, then we'll know. All right, so this is the little guy. We got to reach under here, and you can see it's right up here. So we'll just plug this thing in. All right, little green light on. Now we need to turn this on to the on position, and I'll show you guys the app. So here's the app. It's gonna go ahead and pair to my phone. And the cool thing about this is you can just look up your VIN by scanning it in, and it should read all your codes. However, when I first used it, it didn't read my basic codes like I mentioned. So I've already run this through the SRS. It gave me 13 codes previously. I'm gonna run it again, and then I'm gonna erase the codes. So you can see it's checking for it. The same 13 that I originally had. I'm gonna go to erase it. And I plugged this in a couple times just to make sure, and it kept reading that I had no new codes. But let's take it for a drive and then see what happens. Okay, so I took it for a test drive. Now everything seems to be working. The only thing is I erased the codes, but there's still I erased all the codes, but the airbag light is still showing constantly. So that could be a number of things. I know when it first read the codes, one of them was something about the passenger side. So maybe something happened on this end. I mean, I know the seatbelt works. It looks like the dash hasn't been touched, but I'm kind of uncertain at this point. I'm not sure what it is. I might test this code reader again after I've driven it for some time. Maybe it'll flash another code, but after erasing it, it's not popping up any new codes. So who knows if that's a good or bad thing, but that's kind of my experience. So hopefully this video helps. If it has helped you out, or if it hasn't, you know, let me know in the comments. And if you don't mind, like, share, and subscribe to this channel. It really helps me out. Thank you guys. You have a blessed one. Peace.